For the practice, you will need 2 blocks. So please have those handy. If you don't have blocks, grab something that you can put your hands on that can kind of support the weight of you, not your full weight, but that can take some weight. So like 2 water bottles, for example, that are of similar height. You know, could be, I can't show you that, but could be helpful for you to put your hands on. We're just going to be using the blocks or the water bottles or your alternative just to take a little bit of pressure off of the knees and to help support us when we are coming in and out of our pistol squat. Cool. Let's get started. Grab yourself a mat as well, or some kind of softer flooring. If you have some carpet you can work with, because we will be on the knees a little bit, so some padding under the knees will be helpful. Let's do it. Okay, so coming onto your mat, and we're just going to start in a comfortable seat. So that could be with your legs crossed. You could be sitting on your knees. If you want to put a block underneath your sitting bones, if that feels more comfortable, do that. Whatever feels best for you. We're going to place our hands on top of our knees, close over our eyes, and just take a little moment to land. Just letting yourself arrive to your practice, letting yourself land onto your mat. Just start to feel the weight of your sitting bones as they sink into the earth beneath you. And sit up tall here. Think about reaching the crown of the head to the sky, taking a really little tuck of the chin to the chest to lengthen the back of your neck. Finding space for the spine. Let's take a full breath in together. Fill your entire being up. Breathe from belly all the way up into the chest. Pause at the top. And then open your mouth and just sigh it out. Beautiful. Seal over your lips. And in yoga, we really pay attention to the breath. So we're going to breathe in and out of the nose to the best of your ability through the practice. So as you next breathe in through your nose, send the breath to the belly, to the ribs, and to the chest. And then as you exhale from the nose, soften from the chest, from the ribs, and the belly. Take 2 more like that. Breathing belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. 1 more time. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Good. From here, let your hands come by your side. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, grow really tall. Bring the palms to touch, and then exhale your hands down into heart center. We're going to move through circle of joy a couple of times. So inhale as you interlace your fingers. Bring your elbows high. And then as you exhale, press your palms forwards around your spine. Tuck your chin into your chest. Really exaggerate this movement. Separate the shoulder blades from each other. Breathing in, sit tall. Reach your hands overhead. Look up to the sky. Exhale, release your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers here. And then inhale, pull your hands back. Send your heart forwards. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and bow. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, come back into center. Release your hands into heart space. Again, interlace fingers, elbows high. Exhale, press away and round. Inhale. Starting to connect breath with movement. Exhale, hands behind. Inhale, hands reach. Exhale, hinge. Inhale. Hands to heart. Interlace fingers. 1 more. Hands behind. Interlace, pull the hands back. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, back into center. Hands into heart. Good. Placing a little smile over your face. And then releasing your hands by your side. Removing the block if you have that one. And we're just going to spin. I'm just going to spin so you can see me properly. And we're going to come into boat pose to begin. So start with the knees bent, the soles of the feet on the ground. You're going to bring your hands behind. We're going to sit up tall here. So we want to think about lengthening through the spine and drawing your chest right up towards your thighs. And then from there, start to play with getting light on the feet. You might lift one leg at a time. You might play with that. You might lift both legs. Feeling what works for you and what feels good on this day, knowing that every day is different. Your hands can stay for support. They can come behind your thighs, or they could hover along your legs. If you've got extra fire to burn this morning, you could play with straightening out through the knees. We're just going to hold here for 5. Find your option, find the one that works for you. For 4. Try to bring a little smile over your face. Keep lifting your chest forwards. 2. 1, and release. Bring your hands behind you. Bend your knees if they're not already bent. And then as you exhale, we're going to straighten out through one leg. Bring it back. So you might have one leg on the ground. As you do this, switching sides. Maybe both legs are hovering. Keep going for 5, for 4. Keep sitting tall. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And release your legs long. Inhale as you sit up nice and tall. We're going to roll down to our back nice and slowly. So I'm active through the legs, lifting the kneecaps, pulling toes up to the face. Bring the hands in front of you, and then just slowly start to piece the spine into the mat one at a time, as slow as you can. If you need to bring your arms down for support, do so. Try to stay active. Try to stay strong. Slow, 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 all the way down. Whoo, to the bottom. Beautiful. Take both knees into your chest and give yourself a great big hug. We're going to peel head, neck, and shoulders from the mat like you want to kiss your knees. Find a tight little ball. And then exhale, release. Take the left leg long and keep the right knee into your chest. And then we're going to take the right leg up towards the sky. Bring the hands around the back of that leg. And use the strength of your arms to pull the leg towards the face. And we're just going to draw some circles through the ankle here. Nice big slow articulative circles in one direction and then the other, rolling out through the ankle. If it feels better to point and flex the foot, do that. Good. And then come into stillness. Start to really pull that leg towards the body with the strength of your arms. Feel your lower back as it presses into the mat. And now I want you to start to press the leg into the hand. So you're starting to create a little bit of resistance. So we're pulling in with the arms, we're pressing away with the leg. Pulling in with the arms, pressing away with the leg. From the outside, it looks like nothing. To you, you should be starting to feel it. We're going to hold for 3. It's only as hard as you make it. Hold for 2. And 1, beautiful. And gently release. Take the knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. And then lengthen the leg long again. From here, pull the leg into the chest. So we're actively using the strength of the leg to pull it in and the strength of the arms. As you inhale, peel head, neck, and shoulders from the mat like you want to kiss your knee again. Option to stay here. Option to release the arms out in front. So I'm using my core to lift my torso. I'm using the strength of my hip flexors and my leg to pull that leg towards my chest. For 3, for 2, 1, and release head, neck, and shoulders down. Squeeze the knee into the chest and then take a twist. Roll over to your left side as you reach your right arm out long. And just let yourself be soft here. Let that belly soften, the back relax. Good, and then come back into center. And we'll switch sides. Left knee into the chest, right leg is long. Take the left leg up to the sky, bring the hands around the back of the leg and start to pull the leg towards the face. And now take those rolls through the ankle, left to right, right to left. Maybe it's more a point and a flex. You do you, whatever feels better. There's not a right or a wrong. Yoga is this practice of paying attention to what's happening in your body and paying attention to how you feel today. Noticing how today is different to yesterday. Each day we're gifted this brand new body to work with. So we try to let go of preconceptions and expectations of what we think we can and we can't do, and we just give it a go. From here, get active as you pull the leg to the face. And now create the resistance as you press the leg away from you. So I'm pulling in with my arms, I'm pressing away with my leg, pulling in with my arms, pressing away with my leg. Good, make it as strong as you can. 3, Keep that right heel pressing into the mat. 2, 1, and release. Good. Take the knee into the chest. Whew, let it go. And then take the leg long. This time I'm going to pull the leg to the face. I'm going to peel the head, neck, and shoulders from the mat. So I'm using the strength of the leg to pull it into the torso. I'm using the strength of my core to lift myself from the ground. I can keep my hands here for a little bit of support, or I can release and pull them forwards. Good. Try to lessen this space between the chest and the thigh. Lift for 3. Pull the leg in 2, 1, and release. Well done. Knee into chest. We're going to take a twist over to the right side. Left arm out nice and long. Settle in here. Keep breathing in and out of your nose. Keep paying attention to your breath, to how it feels as it moves through you. Good. And then come back into center. Take both knees to chest for a squeeze, and we're just going to rock and roll now up and down the spine. Let it be a little bit playful and fun. Let it be a nice little massage. That feels delicious on my back. I'm very sore. A little rock, up and down. And then we're just going to roll all the way over onto our knees and grab one of your blocks. So we're just going to play around with the ankles for a moment. So placing the block under your left sitting bone and bringing that left foot out in front so the sole of the foot's down on the ground. This right knee, I'll just spin towards you a little bit more. This right knee kind of needs to move out to the side so it's out of the way. And then we're just going to start to hinge forwards. So we're just leaning into the left ankle and creating some dorsiflexion. So really starting to feel the back of the left ankle get spacious, getting a stretch into the soleus muscle, the bottom of your calf. And then what you're going to do here, you won't be able to see anything, but what you're going to do is you're going to press your toes into the mat. So it's like you want to claw the mat with your toes. So press the toes into the mat. Press, press, press. 3, hard as you can. 2, 1, and then just soften off through the toes and just see if you can hinge into that a little bit more. Good. We're just going to go one more time. Press the toes into the mat, so claw them as hard as you can. Press the ball of the foot down, press the toes down, squeeze. 3, squeeze. 2, 1, and then release. Just let yourself sink a little bit deeper. Oh, it feels really nice. And then come back and just switch sides. I'll spin around this way so you can see better. So sitting onto the block on the right side. And then this left leg, you know, you can do what you want with it. Find a spot that feels comfortable for it so that you can just start to lean into that right ankle. So start to bring the weight forwards. Pay attention, notice the spaciousness on the back of the right calf. And now start to spread the toes and then press them down. Press them down into the mat hard as you can. 3, press harder. 2, takes a little bit of time. 1, to really get that full strength, and then release. See if you can just hinge a little more deeply into that. It's very bright and sunny out here this morning. One more time, press into the toes, press for 3. Hard as you can, for 2, 1, and then soften as you hinge forwards. Good. Well done. Release that block. I'm just spinning around to face the same way as you again. From there, we're going to roll over to hands and knees. And so this is our tabletop position. So we want our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees. We're just going to come into cat-cow here. So as you breathe in, let your belly move down towards the ground. Lift your tail and your crown as you look up towards the sky. Get soft through your abdominals. You might feel an opening through your abdominal muscles. Pull the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then on your exhale, press away and round. So separate the shoulder blades. Let them pull up towards your ears. Let your tailbone tuck under. Get really spacious through the back of the body. Inhale, let the belly come down. Lift the tail, lift the crown, look forwards. Exhale, press away and round. Good. Couple more. You can start to speed it up if it feels better. You can stay slow. Just listening and feeling. Good. And then come to meet with a neutral spine. Spread your hands nice and wide so you're steady and anchored. We're going to take the right leg out behind us. So lift that right leg, squeeze the glute here so you can feel that right glute working. And then we're going to squeeze the right knee towards the right elbow. I don't know if you can see that. I'll turn this way. Squeeze the right knee towards the right elbow. Take it back behind you. Again, squeeze the knee to elbow. Take it back behind you. One more time, knee to elbow. Good, take it back. This time, squeeze the knee to elbow. Connect the knee to the elbow. Keep it there, and now see if you can lift up the hand and step the foot forwards into a low lunge. We're going to do it again. Right hand comes to the mat. Right foot goes back. Knee to elbow, connect, step through. Good, one more time. Knee to elbow, squeeze it up, step the foot through. Well done. Sink forwards into your low lunge. Good. From here, your hands can stay framing that foot. You can move them overhead. Get heavy into your hips, open through the front of that back thigh. Then on your exhale, frame your front foot, come into your monkey plank. Press the weight back behind you, lengthen the front leg. Good, inhale, come back to low lunge, hands come high. Exhale, hinge back, monkey plank. This time, pause. We're gonna tent peg our fingers around that front leg. Pull the front toes up towards the face. Get round through the spine so you're pressing the earth away. See if you can lift that leg from the ground. That might be a tiny little lift. You might like to put your hands onto blocks here. Lift it up and hold high as you can. 3. Hold for 2. Maybe energetically you're lifting it. Hold for 1. And release. Well done. Hinge back forwards into your low lunge. And then plant your hands down, step into downward facing dog. Take a moment here, pedal your legs, sway your hips. Good. From your downward facing dog, you're gonna look at your hands and then ripple into a high plank shape. As you exhale, lower all the way to the belly. So you can bring the knees down as you slowly lower. Baby cobra, peel your chest forwards, kiss your shoulders back behind you. Exhale, fold. Tuck your toes under, make your way back into your plank shape. Downward facing dog one more time. And then knees come down to the mat. So we're in our tabletop shape again. Other side, so get nice and strong and steady in your hands and your arms. Extend your left leg behind you. Squeeze that left glute to lift the leg. Take a breath. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, squeeze. Back. One more, squeeze it in. Inhale, back. This time, squeeze knee to elbow, connect. Now see if you can step the foot forwards. Keep the knee and the elbow touching. Good. Send it back. Left leg behind. Knee to elbow, squeeze up with control. Step the foot forwards. Whew. Well done. Take it back. We've got one more. Knee to elbow, squeeze in and then step forwards. Nice. Low lunge. So settle in. Hands can stay for support. Hands could be on blocks or they could move overhead. Let yourself sink nice and deeply here for a moment. Then on your exhale, hands come onto the mat or onto your blocks as you shift back into your monkey plank. So we're getting long across the back of that front leg. Come back forwards to your low lunge and then we move back into monkey plank. Here we go. So setting up for our compression. Hands are on the blocks or they're tent pegging beside that front leg. You're pulling your toes to your face. You're rounding through your upper part of your back, so you're pushing the earth away. See if you can lift the leg and hold. 3, it's a lot. Hold 2. Oof, and 1. Well done, release. Come back into your low lunge. Frame your front foot, downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. Look at your hands, high plank, lower through to your belly. Inhale to your baby cobra. Exhale, forward fold. Tuck your toes under, press back into high plank. Come to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Look at your hands and now walk your feet to the top of the mat. Breathe in to take a halfway lift. Look forwards, bring your hands onto your thighs. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, hands onto thighs. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to inhale and swan, reverse swan, all the way up to standing. Take your arms out wide, bring your hands over your head, and then exhale your hands down into your heart space. Finding Tadasana, hands by the sides. Take a moment just to connect in the soles of the feet on the earth. Finding space as you stand tall, reaching the crown of the head to the sky. So good. Here we go, with a smile on your face. Inhale your hands up and over your head. We're going to exhale, cactus into the elbows. Lift your heart up towards the sky. Now keep moving your arms back behind you like you're drawing a circle. Hinge at your hips and then come back into your halfway lift, but bring your hands in front. So you're going to bend your knees this time a little more so that you can stay long into your spine. Good. As you exhale, fold forwards, hands onto the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. We're going to plant our hands, step back into downward facing dog. And now breathe your right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend that top knee. Squeeze the knee into the chest. Keep it there as high as you can. And now shift the weight forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. Keep that leg high, high, high. Now keep the thigh to the chest. See if you can tap the foot to the mat. Good. Squeeze the heel back to the butt. Foot to the mat. Heel to the butt. One more time. Beautiful. This time we're going to step the foot through. So we're coming into a pyramid pose. Again, you can put your hands on your blocks. We're going to shift back, so straighten out through that front leg. Start to find a little rock here, backwards and forwards, as you lift and lower through the heel and the ball of the foot. Beautiful. Come back into pyramid pose and pause. So we're going to keep pulling these front toes to the face. Have your hands on your blocks, just like we did before. Find that rounding into the shoulders. Pull the toes to the face, lift the front kneecap, compress, see if you can lift that leg and hold. 3, high as you can. 2, stay with it. 1, well done. Release the foot down. Beautiful. Warrior 3, you're gonna fly that back leg. I want you to grab your blocks and take them with you. So hold on to your blocks. Warrior 3, you could have your hands on the blocks. You could have your hands along the side of your body. Good, find your balance. You're gonna bend your left knee, squeeze the left knee to meet the right, and now sink yourself into your pistol squat. So the left foot is gonna come behind you. Your blocks are gonna come to your mat, and you're gonna lift that front leg. Here we are. First pistol squat. All that compression work's paying off. You can keep your hands on your block. You can play with releasing your hands and hold. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Slide back forwards now into your low lunge. Press into a high lunge. We're going to come to stork pose. So this back knee is coming all the way into the chest. Squeeze it up. And then exhale, put the foot down. Well done. Cactus your arms. Lift your heart to the sky. Keep circling your arms back behind you. And then inhale into your halfway lift, bend the knees. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Plant your hands, step into your downward facing dog. Here we go, left leg sweeps to the sky. Bend the knee, squeeze the knee into the chest and hold. We're going to shift the weight forward so the shoulders are over the wrists. Keep pulling, my necklace is in my chin. Keep pulling the thigh to the chest. Now see if you can tap the toes down. Good, lift the toes to the heel. Good, lower the toes, thigh stays to the chest, lift it up. One more time.
Beautiful. This time, step the foot forwards. Good. Coming into your pyramid shape. So hands can be on blocks. We're going to play with straightening and bending, or not straightening and bending, we're rocking. Heel and toe, slide, and there we go. Backwards and forwards. Well done. Here we go, compression strength. Hands are on the blocks. I'm up on the heel of the front foot. It does help if you're short in your stance, so you can shuffle that back foot forwards. We want to round through the spine so that you're pressing the ground away. And now lift that front leg, hold, high as you can, 3, 2, 1, well done. Release it down. Send the weight forwards for warrior 3. Bring the blocks with you. So maybe your hands are on the blocks as you fly the leg. Maybe your arms are flying along the body. Hold for 3. I'm going to hold onto the tallest setting. Hold for 2. Good. Bend that right knee. Bring the knee behind the left knee. And now sit yourself down into your squat. So the right foot lands. Hands are on blocks. Fly through that left leg. Your hands can stay or maybe they move. 3. Feel that compression strength. Lift the leg high. 2. 1. Beautiful. Lower it down. Slide forwards into your low lunge. Rise up to high lunge. Stork pose, knee into chest. Squeeze up. And then release. Beautiful. Exhale, take a fold forwards. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Plant your hands. You can take a vinyasa, which is a move through your high to low plank, or you can step straight into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in your downward facing dog. And a full breath out. Notice how you feel in your body. Notice the sensations. We're going to bring knees to the mat. Arms along the sides of your body. Let yourself just drape forwards here for a moment. Just noticing how you feel in your body. Noticing the rhythm of your breath. And just starting to observe your thoughts as they come and go. And if you notice that you're getting distracted, that your mind is trailing off to your to-do list, to what else is happening in your day, with this sense of gentleness, kindness, and love, bring your awareness back onto your breath. We're going to press back into a downward facing dog. Then you're going to walk your hands to the back of your mat so that you're in a forward fold. And then shuffle your feet a little closer together, so a bit closer than hip distance. And we're just going to bend our knees so we come down into a squat. And then let your knees come forwards. So you can use your hands for support as you lower your knees down. We're going to sit up, take your hands overhead. So from here, we're going to take the right knee into the chest. So your hands could stay high, or maybe they're going to come down onto blocks for support. That right knee squeezes up into the chest with control. Send it out in front of you so that you can come to a low lunge at the front. Bring your blocks with you. Low lunge at the front. Warrior 3. You're going to bring your hands down on your blocks. Fly your left leg up towards the sky. So keep your hands on your blocks for this one. I'm just going to move my notebook out of the way and check that I'm still in the frame. Warrior 3. Create a little space. So take your blocks a little bit wider. From here, bend the left knee, squeeze the knee into the chest. Inhale, take it back. Bend the left knee, squeeze it into the chest. Inhale, take it back. This time we're going to come all the way through. So keep the weight of your body in your hands. Squeeze the knee into the chest. Use the weight and the support of your arms as you start to bend into the right knee. So stay light on the toes of the right foot. And then see if you can sweep that left leg forwards. Good. Send it back. Use the weight of your body in your hands. Support yourself. Warrior 3. Knee into chest, squeeze it in. Support yourself through your hands, get light through that right leg. Sweep the leg through. One more time. Squeeze it in. Lightness through the right foot. Send it out in front. Beautiful. Back we go, warrior 3. You're gonna let those back toes land down. Crescent lunge. Inhale as you rise up. Open from your crescent lunge to warrior 2. So we're sending our hips towards the long edge of the mat. Breathe into reverse. Get long into the side of your body. And then as you exhale, frame that front foot. Step back to your downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Shuffle the feet a little closer together and then bend into the knees for your squat. Have your blocks handy. From here, the left leg squeezes into the chest, and then we're going to send it forwards and step it through. Low lunge. Bring your blocks forwards. Sink into the hips. Good. Warrior 3. Hands on the blocks. Fly through that right leg. Here we go again. So the right knee squeezes into the chest. Take it back. Another one. Knee into chest, squeeze. Good. Take it back. This time, squeeze the knee into the chest. Bring the weight into the hands. Press up onto the ball of the left foot and get light through that leg as you sink through. Send that right leg out in front. Back we go. Warrior 3. Knee into chest. Weight into the hands. Get light through the left leg. Send the leg through. Beautiful. One more time. So we're using our blocks here to really help alleviate the pressure of the left knee and just support ourselves as we find that pattern. Good. Come back to warrior 3. Land the toes behind. Rise up to crescent lunge. Be here for a moment. Open your hips, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Well done. Shuffle your feet together. Walk yourself to the back of the mat for your forward fold. Come down into your squat. You can use your blocks or you can play without this time. Hands overhead, right knee starts to sweep out forward. So we're compressing as we lift. Slide yourself into your low lunge. Beautiful. Hands onto the blocks. Warrior 3, up we go. Knee into chest. Step yourself through to your pistol. Good. 3 more. If coming all the way through to the pistol is too much, stay with the knee to the chest. Backwards and forwards. The 2. Oof. And 1. Good. Come into your pistol. Take that leg back behind you. Beautiful. Crescent lunge. Foot comes behind. Open up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, frame your front foot. I'm going to move the blocks out of the way. And then come into a standing split. Left leg comes high. Beautiful. From your standing split, lower the toes to the mat. Lift the leg high. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left high. One more time. Lift it high. Beautiful. And release. Bring that foot to the mat. Take a forward fold. You're going to inhale into stork pose. Right knee into the chest. Rise all the way up. Find your balance. From here, start to hinge the weight forwards. Keep the knee bent. You can bring your hands to the blocks if you want to. We're going to lower the right shin down to the mat. Tap it and then lift it up. Come all the way back up into stork pose. So you're really playing with your balance and your control here. Hinge forwards. Right shin taps down. Oof, press back up. Hello, left glute. I can feel that. Let's go 2 more. Lower down. Press all the way up. 1 more time. This is really the hardest part, I think, coming into the rising part. This time bend, come back to that right shin, tuck the right toes under and then shift back, and we're going to come into pistol. We're going to hold. Lift that left leg for 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Bend that left knee, land it down, warrior 3, fly through the right leg. Good. Land the back foot, warrior 2, open up, reverse, and then exhale, frame the front foot. You can take a chaturanga here in between if you would like one, or you can just come straight to your downward facing dog. Hips come high. Good. Take a full breath in your downward facing. Full breath out. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Shuffle your feet a little closer together if they're not already, and then come down into your squat. So have a play this time. Explore if you can do it without the blocks. Otherwise, use the blocks. Hands overhead. We're going to shift the weight into the right side as you pull the left knee up, and then start to send it forwards with control. Low lunge. Sink into that front knee. Beautiful. Hands onto your blocks. Warrior 3, fly the right leg to the sky. Here we go, right knee into the chest. Use the weight into the hands as you come through. Right leg sweeps through. Send the leg back. You're gonna go 3 more. Know that if it's too much, you can be taking the knee into the chest and then just coming in and out like that. Beautiful. Let's go 1 more. Good. Take the right leg to the sky. Back behind you, warrior 3. And then lower the foot down. Crescent lunge. Open up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, frame your front foot. Either vinyasa here or come straight into your downward facing dog. Step through with your left foot. Standing split, right leg to the sky. Hands can be your blocks or the ground. Pulsing up and down with that right leg. For 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful, feet come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stork pose, left knee into the chest this time. Come all the way up to standing. Take your time as you balance. Find yourself. Coming into shrimp squat. So we're going to keep the knee bent. We're going to transfer the weight. We're going to lower this left shin all the way down. You can have your hands on blocks or not. Stand all the way back up. Knee into chest. Good. You've got another 3. Another 2. Stay with it. Last one. Beautiful. Stand up. Oh. This time, bring that knee down. Sink back into your pistol. Right leg lifts. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1. Land the front foot. Warrior 3. Fly the back leg. Oof. Find your balance. Back toes land for warrior 2. We're going to spin open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, frame your front foot. Take your lucky last vinyasa of the practice. And then come into a child's pose. Oh, well done. From your child's pose, you're just going to come to your knees. Place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your belly. Just take a moment to be with all of the feels, to be with yourself, welcoming all that you find, welcoming all of the facets of you. Welcoming the light, welcoming the dark, welcoming in the parts of yourself that sometimes you might try to hide, sometimes you might push down. The parts of you that are bright and vibrant and exuberant. Welcoming the parts of you that are a little bit darker, a little bit heavier. Just knowing that they're all welcome. Every facet of you is welcome. Beautiful. Release your hands. We're just gonna roll over our legs and come to all the way down onto our back. So just slide yourself all the way down. Take your knees into your chest. Take your hands onto your knees and just start to draw some circles through your hips. Send the hips out to the sides, back into the center. And then reverse the circle, send them in the opposite direction. And then release the soles of the feet to the mat. Take the right ankle over the left thigh. And just start to press that right knee away from you to begin. Start to feel the activity into that right hip. You can play with moving through the right ankle, maybe some pointing and flexing, maybe some rolls. And then you're going to take the left knee up towards the body. Wrap the hands around the shin or the thigh. And just be passive here, let yourself soften. Breathe into that right hip. That might be enough. If you want more traction, you can press the right hand to the inner right thigh, just creating a little more space into the right hip. Good, and then you're going to release the arms, but keep the legs as they are. Lower the left foot down to the mat, bring your arms out wide, and then let your knees move over to the left side. So finding a gentle twist into the spine, and you can stay with the opening of that right hip by continuing to press that right knee away from your body. Take the gaze over to the right fingers to move all the way through the neck. Nice, and then come back into center and just releasing the knees back into the chest. Hands onto the knees, draw some great big circles, in and out and in. And then the other side, right foot comes down, left ankle on the thigh. Start by being active here. So we're just pressing that left knee away from us, feeling that traction, feeling into the left hip. And then we're going to pull the knees into the chest, wrap the hands around the right shin or the thigh. And now just passively soften into that left hip. Be with the sensations. Notice what you can feel through that left side. Notice if there's a difference between sides. Don't worry if there is. We are all asymmetrical. We're not the same on each side. We're gonna, if you want more feedback, you can press that left knee away from you if that feels good. If it doesn't, don't do it. Good. And then keep your legs as they are, but take the right foot down to the mat. Arms out to a T. Let your legs move over to the right side. Gaze is to the left hand. And just breathe across that left hip a little bit more. Softening your spine, feeling it unwind, feeling the vertebrae piece apart. And then when you're ready, come back into center. And then release both knees into the chest. We're just going to take a happy baby before we finish off. So holding on to the outer edges of your feet, elbows are inside of the knees. And then we're drawing the knees to the armpits and we're sending the feet to the sky. Might look like this, might look more like this. To feel an opening into the hips. See if you can press the lower part of your back down towards the mat. If it feels good, you could take a little sway here side to side. If it feels good, you might play with lengthening one leg at a time and bending the other one a little more. Just be curious, be explorative. Let your practice be an experiment of movement, of sensations, of feeling, of getting to understand yourself. Good. And then when you're ready, releasing your legs out long, taking your arms by the sides of your body, palms up towards the sky, and let yourself take as much space as you need here. Close over your eyes. Get heavy in your body. Shavasana is one of the most important aspects of a yoga practice. It's this opportunity for us to come into stillness. And while it might be tempting to skip it, to get on with your day, one of my teachers says it's kind of like going to the toilet without wiping your bum. You're really not finished. So if you can be here, let yourself be. How often do we give ourselves a minute just to be, just to breathe, just to allow your body to recalibrate, to allow your cells to absorb all of that prana, that energy that you have infused into yourself. Feel a softening as it travels across your face and down your shoulders. Let your arms empty, let your hands soften. Relax your chest. Feel your heart beating. Relax your ribs. Feel the breath gently moving in and out of your body. Feel your hips heavy. Your thighs rolling to the sides. Your kneecaps are soft. Your calf muscles relaxed. Soften your ankles, your feet and your toes. Whole body is completely relaxed. Shavasana. Just be still. Be here. Be with yourself. And know that you can stay in this shape for as long as you wish, for as long as you can. When you're ready to come out, just begin to deepen your breath. Find some small movements to fingers and toes, to ankles and wrists. And then we'll just start to guide your arms overhead. Point your toes, reach your hands really far, full body stretch. And then you're just going to roll to one side, whichever side feels best. Let yourself rest for a moment. Just preparing to take your practice of yoga that is so much more than movement, that is so much more than the asanas and the physical practices. But this internal connection that you've built with yourself. This greater understanding that you've found about your body, about your mind, about your spirit, that you will continue to deepen and explore the more that you step onto your mat and the more that you just be with yourself in stillness, in quiet. And when you're ready to move, just press up into a seat. We're going to bring our hands into heart space. Sit nice and tall, feel your sitting bones anchoring you to the earth. Lift your sternum to your thumb so that you can shine the bright, beautiful light that resides within you for the whole world to enjoy. We'll bow our heads together in sign of deep respect and gratitude for ourselves, for each other, and for this beautiful practice of yoga. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed.